Hello YouTube, welcome back to my playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigation. Sorry I took a little 2-day break since the last case. I was working on a few other projects, but we're continuing where we left off, and we're doing case 4, so we got 2 cases still left in this game. I can tell who's on the cover art of this case. That looks like K to me. I hope that K is okay in this case, but we finished case number 3 where it all started. And now we're going to be doing case number 4, and I've been reading some of your comments. You guys told me that I'm going to really like this case, and not only that, but I read a few comments of people telling me that the main bad guy in this case is going to be extremely evil, even worse than Gusto from the last case. But anyways, let's do it here. What's the name of this case? It is, Turnabout Forsaken. I hereby call this meeting to order. Oh, it's the committee. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Well, I'm a professional, so, you know, don't you dare do that to me. Are you? Why are you wearing that raincoat? No! Ah! What? April 5, 1:23 p.m. Is K okay? High Prosecutor's, office is room 1202. Will you please stop pacing, Detective? You're kicking up dust.
But I swept the floor 3 times already.
Then sweep it a 4th.
They're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth. How can you just stand there cool as a cucumber?
We don't know for certain that they will.
Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Cavell pretty much spelled it out.
Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. I don't know how Edgeworth is being a threat to the committee when, you know, he's helped solve numerous cases already. Seems like they're more of a threat. As such, you will be given me little choice but to report back on your continued transgressions. No doubt you'll be called to appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee, nothing more.
Well, I don't care. I won't stand for it. What if we never get to work again?
I'd have thought you would welcome the prospect, Detective. After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic.
Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you, to become a defense attorney, I mean? Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, you hear?
To become a defense attorney, huh? The circumstances of my father's death set me on this path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in the law to begin with thanks to my father as well. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer.
Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this.
Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows, the next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assignments.
Oh, really? So, no more instant noodles. I mean, no! What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff.
But you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment.
We're busy in here. Come back later.
Hey there, is the prosecutor in? A prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, who are you?
Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? Wait outside and I'll be with you in a bit.
Oh, that's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Red face. Gritted teeth. Let's see.
Yeah, I said we're busy.
Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry. Nothing an injection can't cure. Now roll up your sleeve for me. It won't hurt much.
Hey, no thanks, pal. I'm as healthy as can be.
And who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? Name's Needler. Florence Needler. Needler. She's a nurse and her last name is Needler. Oh man, I already understand the joke. I'm a nurse at Hertz Hospital. Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling alright? Suffering from a severe headache? I could give you an injection that'll... I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Huh, oh sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait right there, I'll go grab her. Wait.
Too late, I wonder who she brought along. If she's here from a hospital, maybe it's a patient. Somebody who cut down the size of your trademark, rapier wit.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
See? That right there, sir. When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you?
Surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him, and nothing's happened so far. Is that Kay? Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? That looks like Kay. Thoughts on what? You don't recognize me? There's something about her. Something familiar. That's Kay. This had your name on it. So I thought, just maybe.
So you really did put someone in the hospital.
Don't be ridiculous, detective.
But look, sir, your name's right there on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day.
Be that as it may. I'm so sorry, What she's trying to say is, she has amnesia. Amnesia? She forgot who she is?
Amnesia?
Yes, at least that's what they tell me. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them. Only been getting around 8 hours of sleep? Okay, that's normal. But, that's a weird statement. But, now I see why they did it. Because Kay would recognize who the person who attacked her is. Kay recognized who the person who attacked her is. She said, "Why are you wearing that coat?" That's what she said. Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me.
Whoa, tough break. But don't you worry, alright? Since you had his card, that means you must really know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here. Right, sir?
At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes.
No, that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss. You're as good as healed.
Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember? Not a miracle worker. Who are you? It's Kay. Yeah, I can... It is Kay. A mysterious young woman brought to the High Prosecutor's office by Florence Needler. She appears to have lost her memory, but a nurse who works at Hearst Hospital has a worrying tendency to offer unnecessary treatments to everyone she meets. Homicide detective from local precinct, always first on the scene at any murder investigation. Who are you? Where do we even start?
So, do you remember your name, miss?
I'm sorry. She's been like this since she came in yesterday. So she's only been in the hospital for a day. No way, that's amazing. How did you figure it out so fast? How can one person be so emotionally draining? They found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. And did you find anything apart from my business card? Nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a second. She was wearing this. It's a pretty, unique design, right? Well, this pin. That's the Yatagarazu.
What the heck? That Yatagarazu pin. Does that mean... But it can't be.
Kay, is it really you? Kay? The Yatagarazu pin that Kay always wears. The Yatagarazu pin that I jotted down in my organizer. Your name. It's you, isn't it, Kay? I'm Kay. Because her hair is always, wrapped up, so that's why I guess Miles doesn't recognize her. Come on, Kay, you really don't...
You really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me.
Gummy. But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I feel so guilty now.
What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her.
Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So what kind of person was I before?
Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and all full of energy, and... Oh yeah, you're a great thief.
A great thief. There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dressers or vaults, and... Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe I lost memory as some sort of punishment. No. That's not what I meant at all.
Oh, I don't think that did her much good, sir.
But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're just the kind of a person like that would wear.
Hey, that outfit!
This is what she was wearing when they found her. We had to get her to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. There's something on this part here. Could have something to do with how Kay lost her memory.
I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out.
Please do, Detective. Boy, they really are some feet clothes, huh? I am a criminal. You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal. If you say so. Perhaps we better leave it there for now. Memory loss. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is, how do I put it into words?
You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant.
I am, so a prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network then?
No, not quite.
We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler? There are a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be of much use to you. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us? Well, alright then. No particular order I present.
A gem and ninja mask? Was she to show her something?
A letter, and it's addressed to Kay. Next, a ticket stub, and finally...
A fake flower, the kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with, too.
It's a corsage, Detective, and they're usually worn by women. And that's that. So anything useful in there?
Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them.
I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. A mask modeled on a Gem Ninja's face made of cheap plastic. A letter Kay was carrying. It's addressed to her. Stub from a ticket granting entry to the viewing platform on top of the big building. A magenta flower made of fabric that is usually worn on the chest as decoration, also known as a corsage.
Oh, this is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back?
Let me see the letter. Don't worry, make sure you get your precious things back. Rosie. Who's Rosie? A mask modeled on that. Flower. Ticket. Big building. April 4th, 7:28 p.m. Student, $6. Use limited day of purchase, not non-refundable. Viewing platform. Entry ticket.
We can't just let her stay like this forever.
Calm down, Detective. I have an idea.
You do. I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir, so... What is it?
Look closely at the ticket stub. Oh, it's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building. I can't believe that's what it's called, big building.
The big building, you know the place?
Everybody knows it's silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. Teehee. This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified. Plus, it's a stub. That means she used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find?
No, just like that?
The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps.
But what about your thing with the committee?
It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alrighty then. Back to work I go. If you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at the Hertz Hospital, okay? I can come running with a syringe or 3 wherever you might happen to be. Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service. Oh, man. Now then, Detective. Shall we get going? You too, Kay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, of course. April 5th, big building. Plaza.
So according to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high.
It's all offices inside.
It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area.
How very kind of you, detective. Contains a cross-section of the building and a plan of the viewing platform. Big building pamphlet. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Viewing platform and the stand and the tree. Okay. Look out, the big building! It's about to fall! What?
We gotta do something!
No, please, I'm begging you, stop! It's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. Wait a second.
What's happened here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid.
Cut! Cut. I'm so sorry, we're shooting a movie, so could you, yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion, we'll get out of your way. This kid, I recognize him. I remember this kid. This kid appeared in the last case. He was at the very beginning of the case, in the gallery, when Fender and Edgeworth were inside one of the rooms, and I remember, yeah, Ron was there and his wife, and then across from them was this kid here. I'm pretty sure that was him. He was in the, he was looking at one of the ice sculptures. I remember him.
Oh, sorry. Willie had me there for a second.
Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. So they stopped the building from falling down, that's good. I wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two, let's make ourselves scarce. April 12, 2:18 p.m. Or April 5, 2:18 p.m. Big building viewing platform.
Whoa, get a load of that view. Feel the sun on your face.
Eek! The wind! It's very strong up here.
That's okay. You just stand behind me or Mr. Edgeworth here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away.
Speak for yourself. Well, okay, does this place bring back any memories? I'm not sure. Have I really been here before? Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk will help. Okay, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind, might be a clue we can use. Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... What I remember. I still can't be sure if I've ever been here before. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry.
No dice, huh?
I'm sorry. I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember. You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Listen, sir, maybe just this once, try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her.
Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. What I remember. I still can't be sure if I've ever been here before.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise. But I don't remember. I don't remember coming here at all. I can't even imagine wanting to come here. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying.
Hold it!
Kay used to love places like this, though. But am I really her? I feel dizzy just taking a look around. I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. What if an old person fell, or a child? It doesn't bear thinking about. There's a fence all around us, and it's plenty high. There's really no need to worry. If you say so. I don't remember, I just don't remember anything.
Hold it!
If nothing is coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Let's see. Cherry blossoms. Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining, I remember now. And there was a red something. So it was raining. She was underneath the cherry tree. And she saw something red from where she stood. But what? Was it something I said? No. But if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore it further. But from under the cherry tree, I think I saw something red.
Hold it!
This something red. Can you tell me any more about it? I'm not sure. It was just a red thing. That's all I can say. What can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand? A red concession stand? Yes, I think that was it. Somebody was walking towards me from beyond it. And then what happened? Then, I'm sorry. That's alright. You could just add what you've told us to your testimony. But there was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand.
Hold it!
The stand in question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color, and the person walking towards me from beyond it. I saw it all from under the cherry tree. Tell me something. This person you keep mentioning. Could you not see their face, or did you simply not know who they were? I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. So we have to go on, is a person walking towards her from beyond the concession stand. The fact that she saw this from beneath a cherry tree. This is no good, I'm so sorry.
Hold it!
They were probably wearing the mask. It doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. Really? Well, let's see. Oh, the cotton candy from that stand there. I don't know why, but it just came to me. If you're hungry, you can only have to say.
You want cotton candy? You got it. My treat.
Thank you. It would make my day. I have to get something out of her somehow. Maybe if I pressed her a little, I can shake something loose. There was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. Were they wearing the mask?
Objection!
Okay, does this remind you of anything? What? What is it? I believe it might be related to what happened to you.
Come on, sir. Poor kids get amnesia. You can't go throwing curveballs at her like that.
Okay, it's not the mask.
She's already trying her best, so stop pushing her so hard.
You're right. I'll try to think a bit more before I show her something again. There was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. There was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. Could the viewing platform be in the way? I wonder if it's in the way, or is that just the sidewalk?
Objection!
You say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking towards you. Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person. I'm sure of it. But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to be floating in mid-air, hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could it have been a person? Eek! I don't. I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand. Somebody read, and they were on the other side. That's so creepy. They were walking towards me, getting closer and closer. And then they... Ah!
Kay, what's the matter? You're alright, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you.
I was pushed, and I fell. By a person in a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air. Was that not, It could have been Shelly the killer. Because Shelly wore, a red coat also. It could have been Shelly the killer, the hitman, and who supposedly pushed her off the building. None of this makes any sense, not the least of which, nobody could fall from this height and survive. Camera was a person coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building.
Attention everyone! Please stay where you are. What's wrong, officer? Detective Gumshoe, mind filling me in? Yes, sir. A body's been discovered here in this building, sir.
What?
A body?
Now we got a murder. Whose body exactly?
Not sure. We're still working on it. But what we do know is that the victim is a young woman. And that her name is Kay.
What? No, Kay's right here.
What? What the blazing?
What the hell? What the hell is going on? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. That was way too short for, I don't want to upload a 26-minute video. That's way too short, for that part. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. But what just happened here is April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this?
Yes, sir. This is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now?
I knew that they moved out of the prosecutor's building, but I had no idea that they'd come here. Contains a cross-section of the building and a plan of the viewing platform. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. And K2. How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? Who's this that you're with? We heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be? This is my grandma. Hold on one second. Name's Hilda Hertz, Sonny. And who the heck might you be? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Nurse Steedler, your grandmother's name Hertz. Is she? Yup, she's the director of Hertz Hospital. This old, Foge, woman is the head of the hospital? Don't you old, Foge me, you dang reprobate! How did she do that?
Whoa, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, man.
Well, that's not true. That's not true, not wrong at all. Oh, He's the one, looking after the girl, the one with amnesia. Seems Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Want me to fix those bro furrows, or yours, Sonny?
Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable.
You're sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Well, alright then. Now, I don't got a dang thing more to say to none of you. You go on about your business, you hear? As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, you got work to do. Wait, please. Not a dang thing, I tell you.
Hey, you can't talk to us like that. What gives you the right, huh, pal?
Oh, well, didn't I mention, Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case, which means, ouch. Which means exactly that.
What do you mean? Exactly what?
How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me.
It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape.
Well, we've got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care.
What the heck is their deal?
What does it matter, as long as we have permission to investigate?
What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir.
What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Alright, let's get to work. That person over there is called Kay, right? Surely that means... I can't be the K you know. That's what we're looking to figure out, but don't worry. You're the K we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. A K who lost her memory and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our K's memories. I stake my life on it. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellent Chamber. Okay, let's talk to the reporting officer. Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room.
Yes, sir. You need a special key card to enter, sir.
Interesting. So not just anybody can enter. A security key card is needed to enter the committee chamber. So this is what's on the cover art of the Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is the committee's chamber. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been...
Yes, sir. Member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing.
The hearing. My hearing. Which hearing would be underway right now if it wasn't for this? An enormous semicircular desk proceeding for 11. It also reminds me of a certain legend. I know the one, sir. Knights of the...
The Knights of the Brown Table, right?
No, the Knights of the Round Table.
Whoops, guess that wasn't it. The Newts of the Brown Table, right? The Knights of the Brown Stable?
Further and further from the mark, but I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it, for now. Sorry, but we're kind of busy right now. Grandma's still looking at the body. You need the heck out of my way, you hear? So could you give us a few more minutes? Of course, we'll come back and examine the body ourselves later after she's done.
That's a lot of books, sir. It's kind of intimidating if you ask me.
Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book, detective?
Guess that depends. I got the chewing out of my life in a library back in the day for running labs inside it. Well, this isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little. Work off some of the anxiety.
Something tells me that if I don't stop him, he might very well start running around and around. What's this? It's a statue of the goddess of justice.
You sure know your stuff, sir. So, does she dole out blessings or what?
She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword of retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. I must scour this scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it has spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed.
But the body's on that table behind us, sir. How come?
I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. But there's one thing I don't understand. Why is there not more blood from the statue towards the round table? That makes no sense. There's that big pool of blood there, and then there's no blood anywhere else. Sorry to intrude. Who? Oh, it's Francisca. Who are... Oh, what's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other. It's been too long, Grandma Hertz. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Francisca Von Karma. She is the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol, though I doubt thought she was supposed to be abroad. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world that might be. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes. You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it has been destroyed, and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved then? That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. I see she means to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. Scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty. I remember where I heard about you, now you dang varmint. Don't, need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get. Just remember, it's not me saying this stuff, okay? Please, Granny, it's important. Who are you calling a granny, little missy? Eek, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Francisca, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in Kay Faraday?
Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us.
I don't know what you're up to, but very well. Thank you. You won't regret it. Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later.
We owe you, sir. Big time.
I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy.
Oh!
Well, Grandma Hertz, will you allow them to examine the body? I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hun, but are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, you heard her, trying to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than that to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Okay, now we can examine the body. Well, one thing's for certain. She has one of those pink, flowers on her, too. Similar to what Kay had. Promises Kay. Is that Kay's promise book?
This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her.
Who is this? I think we knew that already, Detective. Our Kay's standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building.
Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What's this in her hand? It seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point.
You think it has something to do with how she died?
No, this scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir. Right away. What is that? Oh,
wait, I know. It's a key card to get in the room.
It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Ouch!
It's a key card.
Why, sir? Why?
The question we should be asking is, what does it have open? Key card covered the victim. What was it used for? If she has a key card, that means the killer might not have had a key card. She could have opened the door for the killer and let the killer in, or the killer could have forced her in. That could have happened, too. There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of, magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly.
How did she die? It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except this hole right here.
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp. Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd all
fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, Detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right?
I give up. The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Blunt force trauma. Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. A pure white jacket with a deep, red stain on its label. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, Detective. Nothing else seems amiss. Wait, what's this in her pocket?
A pair of gloves, and also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. What's this? This might be the murder weapon.
You think this could be the murder weapon?
Oh, he just said it. Murder weapon. A 3-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could have been made by these spikes.
A candle album?
Not quite, Detective. Candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Oh, I got you. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back, and I had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Who does that in this day and age? A 3-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds to the victim's chest. This book.
What the? That's Kay's promise notebook. It's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed. Promise 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. A book of vows made by a child to her father. What exactly is it doing here?
Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence went missing from police custody.
Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice.
What could this mean? And why did it turn up here of all places? You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer?
The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time.
So that's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though.
If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. The blood up here. Yeah, this is definitely the murder weapon. The prongs of each arm are covered in blood. Spacing matches that of the wounds in the victim's chest. Was this really the murder weapon? The base is very unique shape. If we were to remove, if it were removed from a dusty shelf or something, it would be immediately obvious that, what had been standing there. This flower. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? This flower also. Pink flower, magenta flower. Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric.
Indeed. Let's make a closer comparison.
The torn edges match up exactly. You've got one heck of an eye, sir.
Magenta flower, made of fabric that's usually worn on the chest as decoration, torn from the victim's clothes. If the flower belonged to the victim, this implies the connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect.
What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body.
Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For better or worse, yes. Well, notice how Francisca didn't want to accuse Kay right away. If this was if it was any other person, I guarantee you Francisca would have accused them as being the murderer right away, but Francisca also at least has some restraint and has some connection also to Kay that she also doubts that she could have killed this person. You pesky kids want something? Dr. Hertz. Nurse Needler, could you tell me a little more about your relationship with Dr. Hertz? Sure, let's see. Well, I've lived with her since I was little. If I got lost while I was out playing, she'd come looking for me till the sun went down. If I fell over and grazed my knee, she'd watch over me till I found the strength to pick myself up. That's quite the heartwarming tale. Very classic grandmother-grandchild relationship. And once I became a nurse, if I struck a needle in the wrong place, she'd say, "Not there, you bonehead, there!" And then she'd put it right out. And ouch!
Ouch, I felt that, pal. Can we stop talking about needles now?
Anyway, so yeah, I can do any kind of nursing thing I need for Grandma now. Thank you. That was a very thorough answer indeed. Even if the story didn't end on a heartwarming note, it's nice that they share a close bond, I suppose. Examine the body.
You must be the best coroner in town, Dr. Hertz. I'll bet you can spot a cause of death in seconds and get it right every time, huh?
What do you know about cornering, you big galoot? You don't know the first dang thing.
Ouch!
You'll have to forgive the detective, Dr. Hertz. I'll make sure he learns not to say such presumptuous things. As if I care. You shut your pie hole and listen, Mr. Smarty Pants. Spotting a cause of death correctly in seconds is my bread and butter. Which is why the only thing that gets my, goat worse than anything is folks getting in my dang way. I think that's all she wanted to say. Satisfied? Absolutely. Thank you very much. All we want to do is examine the body for clues. We'll do our best to stay out of your way. I imagine it's because of how seriously she takes her work that she reacts so colorfully to us. Hertz Hospital. Hertz Hospital is the finest medical institution in the land. It would have to be with Grandma in charge. How about it? You look like you could use some R&R. You sure do, and you're in luck. We got us an empty suite, or two, fancy hot tubs and all right now. Thank you. But as you can see, we're in perfectly fine health. We won't be needing a room at the hospital.
Yup, fit as fiddles, and strong as oxes. That's our motto, right, sir?
Maybe yours, Detective, but I'd like to think I have a little more going for me than that. It doesn't matter. Hertz Hospital welcomes to Hale and Hardy, too. Are healthy? So what? Stay out anyway. Campaign is in full swing and going great. Not sick or injured? That's nice. Your room is half the price. Nothing on earth could convince me to spend a night in the hospital for pleasure. This is a one-time offer, you know? So how about it? Come stay at the haspiest hospital in town.
A hot tub does sound pretty good. And half price? This might be too good to miss.
Seriously, Detective? Hang on a second. Yes, can I help you with something? Notice anything? This is quite the room. The big wooden box is full of books, the big person carved out of stone, the sparkly window. Seems you've even forgotten the names of some everyday objects. Let me try to jog your memory, Kay. Repeat after me. Bookshelves. Books. Elves? Stained glass. Stolen glassware? Law books. Lawbreaker. Got a statue. Got this. Snatch too? Is it just me or are horror mistakes pointing in a certain direction? Miles Edgeworth. You were loudly claiming to be my assistant just the other day, Kay. Do you really not remember anything? Does, nothing about me come to mind at all? Well, maybe I do remember one thing. I remember being on the viewing platform up on the roof. Yes. And you were pointing your finger at me. Go on. And asking me questions with a scary look on your face. That was only a few minutes ago.
Whoa, poor kid. Literally her only memories of you trying to catch her in a contradiction, sir. I'll be scared too. I might even just give up right then and there. Yeah, that'd be the end of me for sure.
You think that's scary, Detective? Just you wait. Dick Gumshoe. You must remember Detective Gumshoe, Kay. You and he were very close.
Yeah, don't I remind you of anything?
Remind me of, Wait, I do remember something. I remember Sir Edgeworth scolding you. Not just once, hundreds of times.
That's no memory, kid. That's just the joy of our day-to-day life together. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Joy, is it? I must not be doing a good enough of a job reprimanding you then. I'll just have to try harder next time. Let me try presenting something to her. The promised notebook. I don't have it here. I wanted to present that to her. Room security. A security keycard is needed to enter the committee chamber. Keycard carried by the victim. What was it used for? Enter the room. I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back.
Well, that's quick.
They found some details on that keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Here's the thing, some keycard readers actually might have a log of who entered the room and at what time. So that actually might, that might be a thing they might have here. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. A keycard grants entry to the committee chamber, found in the victim's hand. It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim. Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure?
Of course we're sure. What are you talking about?
Thank you. And that person lying there is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can say for now. Oh, that's a nice thing to say.
No, there's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir?
Indeed. I don't believe that Kay we know could have done something like this. You're becoming a real softie, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look who it is again. Oh, I know that voice. Oh, great. With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. And Judge Gavel, of course. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted. You knew the victim. So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone, for the gods of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will. Now I'm here. Everything is going to be all right. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them. Wait. Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Oh man, that's one of the first few times I actually like Francisca whipping someone. Oh man, that was she's right away. He's an idiot. Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. I like how she called him an imbecile. Francisca von Karma, I presume. My apologies. I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service. And the deceased in this case is... Rosie Ranger, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Wait a second, Rosie. Rosie. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious things back. Rosie, dear Kay. It was from Rosie. Rosie Ranger. I see. That would explain the key card. So you're the lead prosecutor. Yup, which means this case will be solved in an hour. You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. If you want to know my name, all I have to do is... Ow! Stop babbling and tell me. Now. It's Eustace. Eustace Winner. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Mr. Guy in charge, here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. This isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next, Stiff. Stiff means dead body, it's slang term. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. It's kind of weird how she works at a hospital, but yet she's saying that she's gonna go home and eat a bunch of noodles, and then she says stay healthy, when noodles are, for most part, noodles are not healthy. Noodles have a lot of salt in them. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over, after she died. Eustace. It was a candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. Oh, what now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice, after all. No, that would be a tragedy. Initial findings, Dr. Hilda Hertz. Cause of death, stab wounds to the chest. Head injury sustained post-mortem. So after she died, she got a head injury. Why did she bash her head in after she was dead? Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully. And as, if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme. I'm getting really sick of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine.
Fine. This is anything but fine, Kay.
I still don't remember anything. So, maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman, and I just don't remember. The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield. Not until I've seen some solid evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me, prepare to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. Oh yeah, genius from him. Here we go. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race, because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. That's not a testimony. I won this race too. I saw it before anyone else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer. No doubt about it. She snuck into the committee's chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. That's it? That's one of the worst testimonies ever. Deductive genius.
Deductive genius. That was a total mess.
And if Detective Gumshoe was saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing. True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either. Well, that's the thing, is that she doesn't have to prove her innocence. She just have to prove her guilt.
It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. Just gotta believe in him.
My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I will be sure to freely let you know. Yeah, so Francisca also wants Edgeworth to even prove Kay innocent, but she's not saying it outright. They call it the human race because somebody else has to win it, and that somebody is me.
Hold it!
There are two major flaws with the statement you just made. Flaws? In a statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible. And that's the third flaw right there. You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic even for you. Well, it won't work, because I'm the world champion and not getting confused, so there. I won this race too. I saw it before anyone else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer, no doubt about it.
Hold it!
Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail? Well, if you insist. Prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. Oh, yeah. I figured it all out before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene. No, before I even heard about the case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's a murderer. It can't be anybody else. Eek! This is probably one of the few times I'm actually happy she's hitting someone. Your grounds. Yeah, sorry. I was just getting to that. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving.
Hold it!
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal? Well, a file. A very particular file. One pertaining to professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And you can prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it. Oh, there will be no need to go into that. Will there, Mr. Prosecutor? Oh, I get what she's going at. She's saying that Kay was trying to steal the file that the committee had on Edgeworth so that Edgeworth would be found innocent in front of the committee. That's what she's basically trying to say. No, that, won't be necessary. What? Please, Mr. Winter, continue. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer.
Hold it!
And you have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder. Nope. Then might I suggest you try looking into other possible suspects of all due haste. For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here. The winning approach?
Overruled.
According to the reports we've received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement. So you're accusing Kay based on that alone. A little tenuous, even for you. And suggesting that there are other possible suspects when there clearly aren't, isn't? Ugh. If only had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. This is obviously a setup. Plain and simple. You don't have to. It's alright, Kay. The truth will come out, I promise. I just need you to give me some time. Okay. Kay isn't capable of murder. There's no way she killed Miss Ringer. But I have to prove that somehow, or she'll remain a suspect. I have to show proof that somebody besides Kay could have committed this murder. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. A keycard grants entry to the chamber, but only somebody with the keycard could have used it. Could have done it.
Objection!
Did I get it right? I did get it right, yes. Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winner? It certainly sounds like you are. What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1, and 2, and 3. In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card. What do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar, but you need one of those to get in here. He can't put 2 and 2 together. Don't you? Have you no shame? Big! Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer. Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this, without a key card. Well, she, you know, there was yeah. A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? She's gonna say that Kay probably used her key card. That's probably what she's gonna say. Please take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. User ID. Oh, remember when I said that a lot of key card readers actually have logs? This is actually, okay. Then April 4th. As you can see, the door to this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's key card. Somebody was there 2 hours earlier also, but there's no name. Who's this no-name person? Records of key cards used to enter committee's chamber. We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer, and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a possible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another. The letter that she's gonna use that.
Yeah, Kay didn't know the woman, I'm sure of it.
She did know her. How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, detective. There is no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at a crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required. In that case, are you suggesting that you have set hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course. What? I have here a letter. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. Another one of the victim's possessions. And you kept this to yourself until now. You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why? It was a candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. Perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Hey. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from this very room in which they are standing. No. Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss Kay Faraday, for this second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. A letter appears to have been written to the victim by Kay. I'm the principal suspect? Hang on, let me look at this letter. Thanks, Rosie. Thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago, Kay.
Don't listen to her, it's all lies, all of it. You're not like that, you never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of.
Then how do you explain a letter, detective? Unlike Miss Murner, I suspect that Judge Gavel herself had some proof to support her accusation. But I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive. Nicely done, Gavel. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions. And you better have answers. Would you mind if I handle this, Eustace? Be my guest. Have fun arguing with Edgeworth into the ground. Oh, I'll argue her to the ground. I can't let them steamroll me on this. I'll have to find a way to take back the advantage. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement. but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. But if Kay was the killer, why wouldn't she have taken that letter? That would basically implicate herself, leaving that at the scene. It makes no sense.
She's good. Better than ever, even.
That's what I would argue. I would argue if Kay... That's what I would say. I would basically say if Kay is the killer, then why would she not have taken the letter? That makes no sense.
Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time.
Hey, whose side are you on, sir?
There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth.
Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say.
Well, if there's only one side to be on, and it's to be on the winning, Quiet, you. Heh, my thoughts exactly. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Mr. Ringer were acquainted.
Hold it!
Miss Faraday, Miss Ringer. What exactly was the nature of their relationship? Miss Faraday was grateful for Miss Ringer's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that more than adequately describes it, don't you? Now, as I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. Can you tell us any more about this plot? The letter implies a theft. It was written by your friend Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed. Well, you can do a writing test also.
Objection!
Anybody can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof of anything. I'll soon recall Miss Faraday referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion. She's on sabbatical. How can you be so sure of that? It's unlikely she would tell you if she had resumed her activities, surely. Perhaps she took up stealing again, and simply chose to keep it from you. Can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it. As I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were involved in a plot to steal something. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down.
Hold it!
Whatever reason, could you be a little more specific? Not at the moment. But I'm sure our investigation will uncover any number of possibilities. Whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
Objection!
I can see that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kay's involvement, but none of it is anywhere near conclusive, that's true. The only thing that we know is that Kay knew the victim. There's not really any proof that she killed her. A letter explicitly outlining a connection to the victim, backed up by supporting evidence from the scene, but there's no proof that she killed her. There's only a connection. There's no proof that she killed her. How much more conclusive could it be? Well, actual proof that she killed her. And what's more, where's your proof to the contrary? Miss Ringer lost her life in a resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play.
Hold it!
Is there any actual evidence to show that Kay killed Miss Ringer? Yep, finally. You don't give up, do you? What do you call that letter, huh? Evidence, duh! I wouldn't be so sure. For one thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan. It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? Ha, but it will, once we hold a flame to it and reveal the secret writing. Idiot. I wouldn't place too much hope in that revealing anything, Eustace. And we don't need it to, not when we have... The letter she keeps safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer.
Hold it!
We were able to examine the pocket in question for ourselves. And you want to know why the letter wasn't there, I assume. It's simple. The police's #1 priority was handing it over to me. The victim had kept it on the left side of her chest, next to her heart, in other words, to indicate her heart's desire that her killer be brought to justice. I have little interest in sentimental speculations about Miss Ringer's desires, but one thing does interest me. The fact that you said the letter was in the victim's left chest pocket. It is the truth, as the goddess is my witness. That is where the letter was found. There is no doubt about it. The same place where she was stabbed with the candelabrum. I think that might prove to be a very important clue. Can't imagine Kay writing a letter like that. But unless we can get more of Judge Gavelle, I don't think we'll be able to prove that she didn't. I should try pressing the good judge on some of her statements and see if she lets something slip. Cause? Preliminary findings place the time of death at sometime late last night. Cause of death is the set of 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder. Victim also suffered a head injury post-mortem. Other remarks, prominent burn marks on the back of the victim's right hand, signed Hilda Hertz, coroner. If she had the letter in the left-hand pocket, then this letter should have holes in it, but it doesn't.
Objection!
I was right. I got her. The victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then, they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is her killer. Heh, I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor, or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Hey, you take that back! Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. Oh, she just realized it. No. Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket.
Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder.
Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one in the letter. Miraculous, no? It was placed there to frame K. Well, Judge Gavelle, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on K. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. And that someone is a real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame K. By means of that letter.
And you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Objection!
Oh. No, Faraday did it. The letter was... It was in her other pocket. Yeah.
Huh, seriously.
The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant their left. Stop your foolish floundering, you foolish fool, or are you just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? And stop making fun of my deductions. Ah! There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes. Even though I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests that it indeed been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistaken report, not unless a report was given by you. Well, Gavelle, say something! No objections, good. Then allow me to continue. So, we have established the existence of a second suspect. No, we haven't! The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer? Whoever it was would have needed a key card. Judge Gavelle's proposed that the killer entered the room together with the victim. But what if there is something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than K. I know what it is. The keycard record. Why is there no username? This user 324-61983, 10:15 p.m. That's 2 hours before Ringer, Rosie Ringer entered the room, and there's no username. Who is this person?
Take that!
Look again at the keycard record provided by Judge Gavelle a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. But you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean. This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Except I'm afraid it is.
And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor?
My evidence? I am the evidence, detective. You're the person who entered 2 hours beforehand? Well, you just made yourself a suspect. And why do you have no user ID? That's a security breach. It was my keycard. Records of keycards used to enter the committee chamber. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please. Is there? Gavelle Verity, 10:15 p.m. I wonder if she's the killer. It's entirely possible she could be the killer. And not only that, but here's the thing is, when Kay was on that rooftop, whoever that person was in that red, coat, Kay seemed to recognize them. It seemed like she knew who that person is. Like, why are you wearing that red coat? She said. I'm curious if she's the killer. She just made herself a suspect. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague. What other nonsense? What would I have had to gain from killing her?
Objection!
I'm sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had. I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I use my keycard, that much is true. My reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why. I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make.
Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me.
I'm not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. Well, then you're gonna make yourself a suspect. If you are not gonna explain what you were doing here, you're basically gonna make yourself a suspect. You're not above the law. Just because you're a judge, you're not above the law. But I'm sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing. She must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me. To relieve me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and tongues sharp, especially when we're young. But that'll do for now. Who's that? Who the hell are you? Ah, it really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. You'll have to forgive me. I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them. Chairman Winner. Chairman Winner? This person's related to Eustace? Winner. Ah, Verity, my girl. Do you ever stop working? Your deduction puts us all to shame. And it's this young Francisca I see before me. Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winner. It's been far too long. And so formal. I thought we were like family. Used to sit on my knee and shout Uncle Winner. Uncle Winner at the top of your little lungs. Ah, but time goes by so very fast. One can't help but shed a tear. Dad, what are you doing here? Oh, that's his dad. What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered. And you're in charge of the case, my boy.
What is this? Brings your pops to work day?
Silence. Do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. A former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really. Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am... Miles Edgeworth, correct. And your little subordinate, the Dig Gumshoe. I'm Excelsius Winner. Father to this idiot boy, among other things. He just called his son an idiot? My wife and I were so happy when he was born. And now she's gone to heavens only knows to where. Dad, you're here. Use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy in your own silly way. Like father, like son, I suppose. Though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. Well, Verity, how's the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. We are currently trying... You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it. Or have you forgotten what we discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you, that was just a mix-up. They got the wrong pocket. Don't test my patience. All right. That's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apologies. I think you all made your cases very clearly. All except for you, Eustace. Well, what? But, Dad! We are prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves seems pretty apt, based on what I've heard.
Kay's no criminal. She's helped us catch the bad guys loads of times.
Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... What the hell is wrong with him?
Ah, it's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship so strong among the young. But circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough.
What?
What the heck is that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs the case cleared up as quickly as possible.
No, you can't rush a case.
Time is so precious, and we have so little of it. And there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? All right, Miss K. Faraday. Time to come along quietly.
Yes, sir.
You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you.
To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It's an act so brazen, a hearing won't be necessary at all. No, a hearing is always needed. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this detective?
Well, yeah. So either Kate goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do?
You'd use this badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee too has fallen. Good that Francisca can see through them. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been a very kind. And I'm sorry for being a criminal. Your contrition has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the gods of justice. What in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted was to be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Gavel, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I'm returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer. Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up? Just like that?
You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding. Please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me?
I have one duty, and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be, free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here. Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me? Say what you will, Francisca. You won't change my mind. So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never! No. This is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. You stay right where you are, detective.
But, sir?
Not a prosecutor anymore.
Don't say that. Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there right by your side.
There's no need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can.
Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and try. And yet, it's never enough.
There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far.
She better not. I'd be very disappointed if if she does.
Is he wearing like a skull on his belt? To be continued. I guess we'll see what happens then. Thank you. And when Francisca says you're leaving me again, what she's talking about is that Edgeworth in the first game had basically like a bad moment where he basically just left town for like a couple months. That's what Francisco was talking about there. But this case is getting pretty good. But I am basically I am suspecting Judge Gavel or Winner there. It's Judge Gavel or Winner is the killer. The Elder Winner. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.